Okay then guys, what is going on? Cloudplace here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we are inside of Diablo 4 and we have got so much stuff coming to the game. We've got loads to talk about, including Season 2, hotfixes that have been made, and I've got a massive catch-up on this game. We've just moved into the new property and everything is going absolutely great. The internet's set, the computer's up and running, and we are good to go. So with that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Also, feel free to check out our sponsor, Advanced GG, the #1 clinically proven energy supplement on the market. My favorite flavor is cherry vanilla, but you guys can catch an array of flavors in the link down in the description and utilize code CLOUD at checkout for discount. With that being said, let's dive on in to some Diablo 4 news. So starting off, Adam Fletcher managed to put up just a couple of days ago now that they had a hotfix that went up. Now there is a few issues that have gone up though, because what we have here is AI crap says, Pez Radar, are you guys even aware of the current unplayable state of Diablo 4 on PC? Since last 2 patches I'm playing Lag Tycoon, can't do anything and it's about insane. Rubber banding, ice skating, frame drops, you're focused on cosmetics. And Adam Fletcher actually states we have a hotfix coming up to address some performance issues tied to some hearts. So this is something that we have to kind of dive into, because not long after that, just a matter of days, Adam Fletcher actually states, while I was flying, a new hotfix hit Diablo 4 to address some back-end performance issues with players using a Heart of the Barber. The team also addressed a gold cap item with trades. So what's in this hotfix? For those of you guys who missed it, just a matter of days ago, we had hotfix 2 for August 21st, stating this hotfix is fully deployed and it fixed an issue with Heart of Barber which caused performance issues for players. On top of that though, they had some miscellaneous changes which fixed an issue where players were not receiving the correct amount of gold when exceeding the gold cap while trading, and there's a note added to it which is now that trades will now be cancelled if the recipient would exceed the gold cap. There was an extended one on the 18th which had further stability improvements, which you guys know that we bloody love over here. We love a good stability improvement. Anyway, on top of that though, we have got some really good news, as we're now seeing Season 2 coming October 17th, which is the wielding of vampiric powers. This sounds absolutely incredible, and they are stating you can join the hunt. There is loads of stuff that we can dive into with that though, as coming to the Season of Blood is 5 new and returning endgame bosses, updates to Renown rewards, they've got updates to gem and stash storage, and updates to resistance and status effects. Now there is a lot more to dive into, and they're going to be revealing that between now and October 17th, but for now we've got a bit of details just here in some screenshots, which is the 5 endgame bosses, new and returning foes for additional endgame challenges, and better target farming of uniques and uber uniques, which is something that I'm really glad we're seeing. Also on top of that, they've now changed up how Renown works. So they've got Renown rewards. Rewards will carry over when completed on any prior character beyond Altars of Lilith and map discovery. Includes potion charges, skill points, obol cap upgrades, and paragon points. Massive moves for that one personally, but when we go into other things such as the status effects, they've updated elemental resistance systems and the vulnerable overpower and critical strike damage updates as well. For the gem and stash though, we've got gems no longer take an inventory space, which we've been waiting for a very long time, and the stash can now be searched and filtered. Thank bloody God for that. That was one thing that really irritated me. We couldn't search for things, there was no filterization inside of it, and it was just an absolute mess in those stashes. But people are still making comments on certain things. We have a post right here saying, is the change to Barber randomly not working? Intended change with this hotfix. And Adam Fletcher states, team is investigating based off the reports. I'm overseas and about to bow out, but I know the crew is working on it. So we're waiting for yet another response on the Barber. So frustrating to say the least, but there's more stuff to go into. So we had obviously Gamescom, which is where they announced Season 2, Season of Blood, and right here it states vampires, 5 new bosses, much more info. More information on Twitter. Targeted farming for Uber Uniques. All Renown carries over and resistances fixed. Fun and crit damage reworked. Gem stash. This is all really good news. Really, really good news. And I really like the concept of the vampiric movements anyway. That's always a really cool factor for me and something that they really need to move into. I'm hoping that between now and October 17th, we've got a lot more to come and hopefully some decent changes to just the balancing in general, because it seems to be freaking knackered right now. But I'm really excited to see what they can do with it. On top of that though, we had a post here with 1.1k upvotes, which says they removed Renown grind, and now I'm so bloody glad about this, and I know a lot of you guys are as well, so you're going to really be able to relate to this one. But it states, thank effing God, this is a dramatically good decision. To everyone saying that they didn't remove that, I clearly stated Renown grind, not simply Renown, which means that you no longer need to grind it every effing season. You are to get it once. I believe most players got most of it during the pre/first season. Now, the edit 2 on this one says, some people are so strange. How can you say that it will kill level 1 to 50 level enjoyment? Maybe, just maybe, we should expect to see enjoyment seasonal content while leveling. You really love doing all the sub quests and dungeons every season. Wouldn't it be better if we could enjoy unique seasonal gameplay while leveling? I personally did all 213 subquests pre-season, and no force on this universe will make me do it, any of them, again. Now, it states at the bottom here as a third edit to the post, stating, thank you guys for all your ideas and thoughts. This is my first post ever, and I didn't expect anything more than several buddies agreeing with me. It's clear to me now that the majority of people do like this change the same way I do. And I think that I can speak quite greatly for a lot of players when I say that the Renown grind was probably one of the biggest downfalls of this game. When we rolled into new seasons, not only are we having to make new characters, which I know for people who aren't a part of the Diablo scene on a general basis, this is something which really irritated people. So the Renown grind on its own was just absolutely ridiculous. So the fact that that's gone now is absolutely amazing. Now, this post right here got 246 upvotes, with a lot of people actually agreeing with this and a couple of rewards on toll. But I feel like this is the question we should be asking at the moment, and I'm quite intrigued. But it states here, are people playing since launch and still having fun? The minority of player base now. I played since day 1 and now have a level 94 rogue and a level 90 druid. I did most content of the game, that's the Nightmare Dungeons, story, mapping, Hell Tides, PvP, and I still need to conquer Nightmare Dungeon 100 and Uber Lilith. The game has been enjoyable. I do 1 level a day, 6 to 8 Nightmare Dungeons, then go into World Boss or Field of Hatred for some fun. Despite my DC killing my character, that's the hardcore character from Disconnect, I got plenty of aspects and uniques, so I never felt underpowered. Maybe I picked strong class builds. I saw many views on the game being anti-fun or lack of content. Now I think I'm just lucky being the targeted casual player. But I do play Diablo 4 as my main game for 3 hours a day. Is that a casual number? Are people playing since day 1 and still enjoying the game and the minority of the player base now? Now, this is something I'm really intrigued about, because I want to know if you guys are genuinely still enjoying the game. I know that the player base has dropped quite dramatically. The views on YouTube have dropped quite dramatically. So like the need to know any of this stuff is obviously now not in so many people's radars. And with games such as Starfield on the horizon, is this game going to sink down into the pits and just lose its life, but have the consistent bad people that are a part of the general community for Diablo just sticking around as per usual? We'll have to wait and see exactly how that one plays out, but so far so good, and the game's got a bright future as long as it turns around the way that it is. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate you all, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.